no problem, be easy. But I want to respect your time and what you're up to. So we touched on a lot of things, and I want to just ask if there's anything that you wanted to touch on, anything that you wish that I had asked, or anything that you wanted to explore before we kind of close it down. It's open if there's, because I know you're doing a lot. We can get you on another podcast for sure, because I know that there's whole oceans of information we didn't get into. And I'll just kind of leave it to you with your energy and what you think, or if you just want to leave the listeners with some closing thoughts and how to get a hold of you.
Great. Well, thank you so much for the question. I think the final thing is just to touch on water. And I've been a water carrier for the last 7 years, basically walking the earth and praying with water. And this little bottle is 7 years of water from pretty much traversing many places on the earth, going around the earth about 3 times, and walking barefoot on the grids and ley lines and collecting water and exchanging water, and working with indigenous populations as well. Like I say, climbing a lot of no trespassing fences, military areas, guided by spirit to go in and pray with water. So why is water important, and why would I want to mention this at the end? Well, snowflakes show us how important water is. I just made a repost on my Facebook page today from like 4 years ago of snowflakes, these photographs of snowflakes. And Dr. Emoto, for those who don't know, look up Dr. Emoto, Emoto. He's now passed on from this time and space, but he did amazing work with water, and he showed us that the energy that we put into water, the intention we put into water, can actually affect the molecular structure of the water. So he would have people love on water and flash freeze it and take microscopic pictures of the structure of the water, and then have people hate on the water. And the structure would show, like, the loved water was these beautiful structures, and the water that was receiving these disharmonious energies was all like broken up structures. So why was Standing Rock so important? Why is Standing Rock so important? Why is water so important on the planet? Well, Mini Wachoni, water is life. And so when I'm speaking publicly, I always just take out my dropper of water, and I put 1 drop of water in my hand, and I say 1 drop of water is all it takes to change the world, because 1 drop of water is like a little crystal ball. And water is the most effective transmitter in this electromagnetic field of structure that we exist in. It's one of the elements. And so it's like holding this little crystal ball in our hand, and suddenly, through prayer with that little crystal ball, we can send positivity or harmonious energy to all of life. And we're made of water. Our body is 1 drop of water. It's a bigger drop of water. The ocean is 1 drop of water. All water is connected, and water is life. Water is in all things. And so I invite people, if you are stuck somewhere in your life and you want to go through the most rapid transformation possible, take 5 minutes a day to pray with water. Start with a glass of water in the morning and just sit and hold it in your hands and just pray with it. Put all your good thoughts into it. Put your questions to the cosmos into it. Whatever it is that's going on for you, just sit with that water and pray, and then drink that water. And do it for 30 days and watch how your life transforms into miracles. Because I guarantee anyone who takes the time to sit with water and pray with it, their life will transform so quickly. Because water is the element that is making our bodies. And if we're praying with the water, we're actually transforming the molecular structure of the water within our own body. And sometimes we need to focus on something outside of us. It's easier. It's easier to rock the baby outside of us while we're still worrying about ourselves. If we pray with the water, we're really praying for our own well-being, and it will transform us, and miracles will begin to show up. And so I think that's just the final piece to share. I say that water is my greatest beloved. I sleep with this little bottle of water at night, and try exchanging water. Just do water blessings on the earth, or when you go somewhere and there's water, any kind of water, a stream, a creek, a tap in an airport, exchange. Some of your water, 3 drops into the river, take 3 drops back, and start working with water, because water will honor and respect you back, and it will change your life.
Incredible. That's fascinating. It's interesting because, water's been coming up a lot recently in my world. And what I've started to do is I, have morning affirmations or visualizations, and I start to project that energy as an orb into the water. And so now that you're saying that, I'm going to double down because I haven't been consistent. And I showed it, but I've done it a few times. I'm like, I know this works. But sometimes something works and then you stop doing it. You just got to just keep doing it. So I'm really excited to get back into that. But that was a process. So I think that's really valuable. People just get a glass of water, ideally good water, get spring water, whatever. Get good water is very important. And then, do a morning affirmation, project your ideal life, what that is, pray with it, put it in there, and then drink it and feel that energy come, and do your best to bring about the emotions and the feelings, and it'll be magical, because everything that I hear, again, I can't confirm or deny, but every single thing that I feel in my bones about water and I hear about water is it's magical. And if we can learn how to create a relationship with it, it's going to be the fastest way for us to improve our lives and to, ascend our own consciousness and leave all this kind of lower level stuff
And
behind.
the greatest teachings that the indigenous are bringing back to us is to reconnect with the elemental forces, like Dan Winter says. The elementals are pissed at humanity. The elementals are the bridge between spirit and matter. And so it's coming back into contact with the basic forces of creation that are giving us this form. So it is coming back into connection with ourselves at the deepest level in form. That's why these are the teachings. That's the greatest wisdom that all the wisdom teachers hold. They'll all tell you, honor the fire, honor the water, honor the air, honor the earth. That's our way home.
I love that.
The core of who we are. So that feels complete, and I'm super grateful for this time to drop in together. It's so great to drop in with a kindred spirit, to see your face again after our great meeting at Burning Man, and I so honor and thank you for what you're doing, for all the podcasts that you've been doing. And I know the commitment that it takes. I've done that before. It takes a huge commitment. May superabundance bless this great contribution that you bring to humanity. And I super look forward to seeing you on the path again soon.
Oh man, well, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you so much. You're a wizard. Obviously, everybody just listened to you, so they know this, and I recognize it instantly. So I appreciate everything you're up to. Anything I can do to support, definitely let me know. I look forward to staying in touch and seeing all the amazing things you're going to continue to bring forward. Is there anywhere you want to direct people to? Or do you have a website that you're working on if they want to learn more about some of the stuff you're up to?
You bet. Right now, we're just in the beginning stages, but it's coming along quickly with a beautiful friend, Sandalphon, called pureenergy.love. I always say to people, just put pure at the beginning and love at the end of any word and see how it can transform it in an instant, or your boss or whoever. Just put the name of the thing you're having trouble with in the center of pure and love and watch it change. So we have a Facebook page up. Sandalphon's been making us SoundCloud and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So we're just sort of creating the framework right now. We're calling in all the other beloveds that we know that are part of this project, pureenergy.love. It's meant to be a huge platform that many artists can plug into and share and co-create and collaborate. And artists, we're all artists. Basically, it's just to spread more love. My Facebook, I've taken down all my other websites one at a time. I've let them all go. So Facebook is how people can follow me, Unity Grace, just like it sounds. And if you send me a friend request, I'm a little behind on friend requests, so just send me a private message, say that you heard me on the Matt Belair show, and I'll be sure to respond to your friend request, and that's how we can stay in touch and keep collaborating, co-creating. We're really at the moment, like I say, where we pass through the graduation gates. A lot of the consciousness is here. We're in the moment of beginning to write our own story. That's all we have to know and believe, is that we are the creators of this story, and it's a collective, collaborative effort from love, connection through the heart. That's where it begins. So thank you so much. I love you. I love everyone who's present and all the rounds that are present. And you're just such a joy to be with. Just pure energy. Love. Your smile is great. Your light is so bright. And I love you, Matt. Thank you again.
I love you too. Thanks so much for coming on. And yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a amazing day. Bye.
Aloha. Bye.